Welcome everybody to our presentation. It's on Boomer Bubblegum. We have chosen the strawberry flavor and we have tried to cover all aspects to show why this product makes so much sense in the Canadian market. Our group consists of me, Archit, Devipriya, Kajol, Sarai, and Madhuri. We've covered a lot of different aspects on why this product can succeed in Canada, but let's start first with the introduction. So let's get the introduction out of the way first. Mars Incorporated, which is the manufacturer of the Boomer Bubblegum, is an American manufacturer of confectionery, pet food, and several other food products. Mars is headquartered in McLean, Virginia, United States. They started out in 1911 by selling candles and gum, and they are a family business, and till date, they are still a family operated business. Mars incorporated a revenue of about 370 million US dollars with average yearly sales of over 35 billion dollars US, which is, to be, let's be honest, very immense, and that shows what is the capacity and the manufacturing, that shows the capacity and the recognition the brand has around the world. In 2008, Mars took over Wrigley's operations. Wrigley was one of the world's largest manufacturers of chewing gums. Wrigley products are now sold under Mars branding and thus have boosted Mars revenue to new levels of high. Boomer used to be sold under Wrigley's name, but now, ever since the takeover, it is now being sold under the Mars name. In 2016, they joined their operations together and made the name Mars Wrigley. Prior to 2016, they used to be sold under individual names. So the more about the product, Boomer Wrigley Super Bubblegum. Yeah, that's the whole name. It's a pretty long one, but it's normally just called as Boomer. Boomer is one of the largest chewing gums to sell in the Indian market, with sales in other Asian countries as well. However, India is the largest primary market for the gum. There are currently a variety of flavors that are currently available with Boomer, but we would like to emphasize and promote on the strawberry flavor as the main product because it is the highest selling flavor by a huge margin. In this day and age, there are a lot of foreigners, expatriates, and immigrants that live in Canada, and they would instantly recognize the brand Boomer as soon as they see it because this brand was immensely popular in the mid to late 90s and the early 2000s, and that's when there was a lot of the purchasing power of people went up, and there was lots of sales of this Boomer, and there was also quite a lot of aggressive marketing and advertisement at that time, so there were lots of people who were aware of the product. Even if they chose to buy it or not, everybody was aware that there was something called Boomer chewing gum. The promotion that we would use in Canada should revolve around igniting old memories, as we said, because it was during the late 90s, the early 2000s, and taking people back to a time where things were simpler, because at that time there were less technology, there was less, uh, less issues around the world. Let's just say there was no pandemic back then as well. And the younger audience would not probably be able to relate, but hearing the rich and the long history that this product has, it would definitely garner interest for the younger audience as well due to the memories that have been created in their knowns in the older generation. The channel strategy that we would be looking for Boomer chewing gum would be through online e-commerce platforms as well as local grocery stores and supermarkets, because this is, let's be honest, not a very exotic product. It's something that can be bought on a day-to-day basis. So this product would do really well in local supermarkets where there is a lot of footfall and people can see the product and purchase it right there and then. Let me pass it on to my teammate Kajol to take this forward.
Now I would like to walk you through the market overview. So the first part is confectionery sales in Canada. So the market of confectionery in volumes has the highest sales in 2020, while on the other hand, the other graph represents the confectionery retail sales, where you can see that from the year 2016 to 2018 there has been an consistent 3.5 billion US dollars sales, and we are forecasting that it would remain same or higher in the next years. For the next part, we analyzed the sales of chewing gum in Canada. The first graph represents the retail sales of chewing gum in Canada, where we can see that from 2012 to 2018 there has been stagnant 0.4 billion US dollars sales. And on the other hand, we have sales volume of chewing gum by categories, which include sugarless gum, multi-packs, single packs, regular sugared gum, and regular bubble gum. However, we are only aiming for single packs of bubble gum for our product launch, which has 66.87 of sales volume in 2015. The next we have is the target market data. We have taken sales of flavored bubble gum in Canada. As you can see, there are various flavors included. However, the only target market we are focusing is fruit flavors, which consist of 12% of the total flavored bubblegum market in Canada. As we do not want to get too much aggressive in the initial stage of our product launch, and that is why we are only selecting a small percentage of the total target market. The next part we are analyzing is the market share of our competitors in our targeted market. Following represents the graph of market shares of competitors in flavored gum market. As you can see, there are four major competitors, that is Excel, Trident, Juicy Fruit and Hubba Bubba. However, majority of the share is occupied by Hubba Bubba in the market, followed by Juicy Fruit, Trident and Excel. The last part for our target market would be Canada's population. We aim to target the generation from the age group of 15 to 25 years, which is 15% of total Canada's population. From all of the data explained above, we were able to extract SWOT analysis for our product launch, which is further discussed by Madhuri.
Hello, Professor. I'll be talking about the SWOT analysis of Boomer today. To start with, we'll be talking about the strengths of the organization. Firstly, it was founded in 1891. They were one of the pioneers of chewing gum and are one of the only companies that is still just as popular today. Wrigley today holds 53% of sales in sugar free gum and 74% of sale in sugar gum. And new reports have stated that in 2018, gum sales increased by 1%. Weaknesses for Boomer would be gum would be considered a low involvement category, which means that there isn't a high level of loyalty to a certain brand, which means customer might switch and would not mind switching from one brand to another just for the taste and the feel of chewing gum. According to a Euro Monitor report, gum has declined by 40% in the past 10 years. So people who are moving towards healthy lifestyle and healthy gums, healthy teeth motto would not be purchasing gums at that at that frequency, and hence the sales have been declining. Opportunity for the gum would be utilizing the increase in e-commerce by selling gum online through their retailer websites like amazon.com. So in the past 1.5 years we've realized that e-commerce has been a very very big part of every individual's life because of the lockdown. So I think so we've already got habituated or used to purchasing things online. So I think that is one of the opportunities that gums could use. They could sell instead, they could be present in retail as well as online, which can help them boost their sale. Threats is the entire gum category is declining in sales because people are chewing less gum, especially millennials, which can result in degrowth in the industry altogether. Thank you. I would like to hand over the presentation to Sarai now.
Moving to the marketing objectives. As we saw previously, the brand will be positioned in the single pack category and our main competitor is Hubba Bubba, a brand that has several years in the market. However, our brand is well known by Indian and Asian communities that represent about 17% of the Canadian population, and we can gain the attention of young generations, as well as the flavor of the bubblegum endures more versus the competition. With Boomer Bubblegum, we want to achieve in the first year a market share of 6% with sales up to 1.1 million and grow at a rate of at least 3% growth in such a way that we can consolidate in the market to grow solidly and at a higher rate in subsequent years, giving us the base to retain 11% market share by the third year. On the other hand, we are expecting sales of 1 million units for the first year with a gross profit of 50.7%, considering a price of 98 cents that will make us competitive against Hubba Bubba. Now, Priya will guide us through the marketing mix.
Now let's see the marketing mix and marketing strategy. Product. Mars is known for its confectionery products. Here our product is Boomer Bubblegum. Price. It is approximately 98 cents. It is usually priced in the middle of the premium range. This technique has allowed them to preserve their high quality while keeping product prices cheap and fair, ensuring that they do not lose their competitive advantage in these challenging times. Place. Mars has a well-developed distribution network that comprises wholesalers, retailers, and a staff of almost 75,000 people, ensuring that its products are widely accessible to customers through supermarkets, discount stores, and hypermarkets. Facilities in Canada are at Newmarket. It can be sold online, retail shops, supermarkets, general stores as well. Promotion. Mars has been utilizing electronic media from its start, producing funny and informative television commercial campaigns, mainly targeting youngsters. It can also be associated with celebrity ambassadors and social responsibilities for promotion. Despite going without advertising for 6 years, Boomer still retains the top spot in the company's chewing gum portfolio. It sits alongside brands like Double Mint and Orbit chewing gums. Another key challenge that Mars Wrigley is trying to address is to drive in home consumption. 2 of 3 new TV commercials place Boomer inside the house. Traditionally, chewing gum has been out of home category. They want to make chewing gum cool inside the house as well during different occasions or times of the day.
Now, moving to the final part, we have the marketing communication plan. We are proposing an integrated multi-channel strategy campaign across the 3 stages of the launch process to ignite the nostalgia in older generations as a reminder of simple lives and memories associated to that, and also generate interest in the new generations about the story of the bubblegum in an attractive way by using channels like TV commercials, digital ads with click to action, for our retail and e-commerce platforms, attractive POP displays to ensure that the customers will buy Boomer Bubblegum, advertising their and radio ads in the main podcast and top radio stations. And in the next slide, you can see all our proposals for the stages. So in this slide, we are proposing different objectives and channels depending the launch stage process, since we will have different objectives. In the pre-launch, we want to bring awareness of the brand and remind also this nostalgia using TV commercials, depending on the generation, target, radio ads, and advertising, electronic or printed. In the next stage, we will have mini launch events using the most popular events in the main provinces to let people know that our bubblegum is here, and POP displays in the retail stores, as well as several advertising. And then moving to the post-launch, the main objective is keep the reminders of the brand through click to actions, advertisings, and colorful POP displays located strategically at the retail stores. All this strategy will be measured in sales, of course, click to action rates, and with the NPS promoter score. This is our proposal for Boomer Bubblegum. We thank you a lot for listening to this presentation.